We have to instill the culture of dialogue in our offspring and accept the other opinion during a discourse. As we said, a difference in opinion doesn't mar amity in a cause. That's a saying we often heard since our childhood. But regrettably, I have personally seen in many sectors and at many levels that when I have a different opinion with a person, I found in so many occasions that deep inside, he opposed my idea or proposal without a valid reason. I put it down to our education, as you said. Another point is to give others the time to express themselves freely and objectively. I mean, not to confiscate their opinions outright. Let them express freely what they want to say, then go ahead and say what you want to say. There should be objectivity in general, and one has to be objective in all aspects, not only in dialogue. Let me end up with a story which I think should give a model of an ideal dialogue. A discourse between the Prophet, Allah's peace and prayers be upon him, with Al-Walid ibn al-Mughira, a well-known leader of the tribe of Quraysh, who was mentioned in the Quran. Also they say, why is not this Quran sent down to some leading man in either of the two chief cities? It refers to Urwa ibn Mas'ud in the city of Ta'if, and Al-Walid ibn al-Mughira in the city of Mecca. What drew my attention is this superb dialogue between the Prophet, Allah's peace and prayers be upon him, the ideal model in his ethics and leadership, even in dialogue. And Al-Walid ibn al-Mughira, when he went to Allah's Messenger, peace and prayers be upon him, to present to him the three major solutions proposed by Quraysh regarding the da'wah, or the Prophet's call for Islam. The three well-known proposals offered were: firstly, they said to the Prophet, if you have madness, we will fetch you the best physician to treat you. The second thing they said, if you have meningitis, we will give you medication. And thirdly, if you look for dominion, you can have it. Imagine how trivial those proposals had been. They ran in contrast with the message for which the Prophet, Allah's peace and prayers be upon him, was sent. He was sent with something magnificent and unparalleled, while the man came up with a trivial offer. Anyone other than the Prophet, Allah's peace and prayers be upon him, the model and symbol, would have said that that man is out of his mind and would have turned his back on him. But the Prophet, Allah's peace and prayers be upon him, listened quietly and politely to what the man had to offer, though it was nonsense. It was said in the books of Sirah that Al-Walid presented his ideas, and when he finished, the Prophet, Allah's peace and prayers be upon him, said, "Are you finished?" Notice that the Prophet did not interrupt the man or say to him, "You don't understand, and I came with a divine message or so." Instead, the Prophet, Allah's peace and prayers be upon him, read verses from the Quran that ended with, "But if they turn away, say thou, I have warned you of a thunderbolt like the thunderbolt of the Ad and Thamud." The man was frightened and said, "I appeal to you in the name of Allah," and left. I believe the solution to the issues of dialogue is to submit to the moral code of Allah's Messenger, which we can find in the Sirah. Read it, understand it, and we will find all the answers to such matters.